Hello everybody, my name's Brian, and this is the tab in Magic Online I'm normally in, Constructed. However, I've been hearing amazing things about the Kamigawa Neon Dynasty Limited format, so we're going to go ahead and jump into that today. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the draft, bring you guys along so you can see my picks. We'll play a couple games, see how bad I can lose, and take it from there. Join me, won't you? While we're waiting for the queue to fill up, I just want to show off. I do have my little cheat sheet here of all of the expensive cards. I don't expect to open any of them because, let's see. Well, Boseijus are rare, but of course everybody wants to open Boseiju. And the rest seem to be mythic. Well, Soaring Cities are rare. But it's mostly, yeah, the lands, the March of Otherworldly Light, which is giving Prismatic Ending a run for its money. And a couple of other cards here that I'll just kind of keep open. Looks like the dragons. Those are mythics, though. Blade of Oni. Yeah, there's a couple things out there that are actually worth some decent cash. I am not above rare drafting, if I'm being honest. But that being said, I draft for fun. I'm not a limited player by any stretch of the imagination. I actually don't play a ton of limited. But, again, like I said, I've heard nothing but good things about this format. And hey, if you can hit the Boseiju lottery or anything of that nature, that's just a bonus. So yeah, if I am lucky enough to open one of those, I won't look a gift horse in the mouth and I will absolutely snap it up. But yeah, it looks like we're just about filling up here, just waiting for 3 more people. Hopefully it launches soon. All right, and we are here. Well, we opened a Mythic. What does this do? As an initial cost of spell, you may tap any number, deals to any target. Well, guess it has us playing mono red. I'm going to take it because it's a mythic. So this is happening. See if that was one of the expensive ones. I don't think so. Okay, $375. So worth the take. What's this? March of Swirling Mist. Are we just rare drafting? Is that what we're doing? Is this fun to watch? Brian just trying to rare draft stuff. March of Swirling with 2 cents. Okay, so that's not taking for the rare draft, but let's see what else is actually here. All right. Attacks alone. A shrine. In with the spirits. Fade into antiquity. Well, let's auto-select that for now. Because I don't seem like... Again, I've never played... sure, why not? I haven't played Kamigawa Limited, so I'm just kind of guessing. It kind of has like a exalted thing going on. And this is just dome someone for 10. Tap untap creature. So if we do like a red-white creature deck, that could be cool. Definitely not in for Colossal Sky Turtle. Kappa Tech Wrecker. I heard this is like a really good card, but doesn't match with our first 2 picks. I've heard a lot of people say that's good. I don't know if it's good in limited. Attacks alone, discard. So that loots if it attacks alone. Okay. Why is this auto-select? Oh, because it's 2 creatures. Let's be aggro. We can be aggro and then just turn into something else. The Dragonspark Reactor. Okay. You just wanted me to take colorless things. Disrupt one, put a +1 on a creature. That's a sideboard card. White's getting real cut. There's not much going on here in this pack. I mean, do we just... Oh, this is a vehicle? Oh yeah, there's this vehicle sub-thing. This is going to be a really interesting draft if you guys are sticking around after this opening. But yeah, we'll take a vehicle. Take a really big vehicle. One of those reconfigure guys, so it's a 3/2 that can pump stuff and give trample. The discardy guy. Artifact or creature. I think we take this. Let's sort by mana value. We're red right now. We don't have to be white. You know, this is a finisher, I suppose, but we would have to somehow keep the board clear, where right now we just have kind of like red stomping things at them, which is fine. This card, which I don't even know if we'll play. I mean, we'll try and play it. You know, get a whole bunch of just tiny creatures on the field. I was hoping that's what white would do. Born to Drive. Makes 2 little guys, which I guess works with Explosive Singularity. What's this guy do? Dies, put a creature on it. Let's see. Let's get Born to Drive. Let's lean into white and try and get a whole bunch of creatures, you know. So Explosive Singularity can just dome them for 10. Because hopefully if we go fast enough with like little reinforced Rodins or these things and just kind of building up a big enough board, if we can get them to 10 and then just have all our guys go sideways and nug them, that'd be great. I will say that I do end up in Boros a lot when I draft, because I normally just go, well, if I don't know what I'm doing, I could just be aggro. The drawing thing. You can draw, tap it. It's a lot of mana. We only have 1 artifact. Oh, we have many artifacts. He's big, though. I guess we could take the thing that draws us with cards. Experimental synthesizer. Well, I see. I'm very attached to that card because of Pauper, but I don't know if it's any good. Again, like trying to get things to attack alone. I don't know how we're gonna do that. Synthesizer. I mean, I guess it's okay. It's really the best when you have a lot going on. We're not gonna play. I don't think. We'll take the land. This seems better than. Now we can do the Ronin, just because we're trying to keep our mana low. Guess I'll take the sideboard card now. Oh, well, these must be awful because they're just coming around super late. Yeah, I guess they're just 1/3s, and if they don't attack alone, they're just bad 1/3s. I already have a playset of Spell Pierces, so I'll just take this and not play it. How do I get things in my sideboard? Oh, bad land. Why? Move to sideboard, go away. Okay. All right, so that's pack 1. You can tell I'm floundering. I don't exactly know what I'm doing here. We're still not terribly attached to white. We are attached to red at this point. But I'm sure everybody who plays Limited is looking at this and just screaming at their computer how bad I am at this. But again, I don't really play Limited a ton. This is just me being like, hey, I hear it's a really great environment. Let's try. Well, I mean, if you're going to give us a rare red card, we made a correct decision. Okay, I mean, we'll try. Worst comes to worst. It's just a grizzly bear that gives everything haste. But hey, we're doing good on the luck side. Speaking of which, just another bear that gets better. Okay, so red is open. Red is open and we're doing well. Right now we just have a bunch of red stuff with upside. Like this can refill the hand by getting rid of a tiny creature. We don't have tiny creatures though. We have like Aki Ronins, but they don't really do much. Another synthesizer, more vehicles. That's a lot of mana for something we're not going to be doing a ton with. What does this do? I mean, I guess we're playing Samurais. We can play Samurais if no one wants to. I mean, we're kind of doing it by accident. What does this turn into? 4 mana. Flying, and then we get a big flyer. That seems fine. It's better than another Aki Ronin, I think. So we'll go ahead and just bring this in. I don't know if we can go up the board enough to actually put that down. And we're not as aggressive as I would like to be. But hey, we got a mythic, so I got that going for me, which is nice. People might also be asking why I'm drafting in Magic Online as opposed to one of those. Arena. I just don't like Arena a ton. Whenever a non-token modifier dies, make a spirit. We don't have a ton of modifications. That can modify stuff. That's a 4-drop. I guess we can do another Peerless Samurai. It's aggressive. It has Menace. I don't know how much attacking alone we're going to be doing with these Samurais, though. I just don't play like that. That's ramp, and I can draw stuff, or we can get one of these, steal something, pump, and then get a 3/3 trample haste. And it's another Samurai. You know what? Sure, why not? It's a Samurai. I'm here to make mistakes. So we're gonna see how Samurais do in Limited. I mean, we have the Samurai Bomb, but attacking one at a time in Limited, when Limited board states do tend to stall out so much, I don't know how that's gonna go. A Lifelinker's not bad. When we were young, we don't have a ton of enchantments. By that, I mean we have 2. They stick around not for terribly long either. I guess the Lifelinker's not bad. Try and get some good blocks. Our curve is weird. We have all the 3 drops and then a 10 drop. What's this do? There's a Windsguard Crag. I don't know if we actually need that. What's this do? It turns a land into a 3/3 and it makes it kind of indestructible-ish. Versus this, which just turns into a 2/2. We'll take this. This seems better. Wow. Okay, well that can maybe help with like tapping stuff down that hopefully we can attack alone. Like we have the Samurai deck. I don't know if the Samurai deck's an actual thing, but we're here to learn and make mistakes together. So that's a combat trick. This is another large thing. I think the combat trick's good. We don't have a ton of removal. There's another combat trick. I don't have a ton of enchantment creatures. Get another one of these. Sure, why not? Sure. Probably not play that, but we just need to grab stuff. What's this? That's a modified thing. We're probably not playing that, but we can put this. Will go straight to sideboard, and this will go to sideboard. Okay, so we're at the point where we need to start cutting things, and there's like obvious things to cut too. So I guess if we're attacking with one creature a turn, we'll have things to tap and draw cards. I mean, draw and discard, so we can get rid of like lands and stuff. Because Limited decks tend to be pretty heavy on lands. All right, core. You gotta do a lot of work now. Okay, so is there anything else better for us? Destroy target artifact 3 less you gain 3 life. That's okay. The thing that's not great. Vicious Stalking, end of turn card. That's not awful. Lucky Offering seems good. What's this? We have a handful of enchantments. Probably better than Lucky Offering. We'll figure out things to cut. Oh, there's another finisher. It's having 2 of those good. Vanishing Slash. Don't target or tap creature if artifact enchantment Samurai. I think we need to get the we're not really. Oh dear. Oh, there's removal. I will take the removal. All right. What's going on? Not a ton. There's a flying thing. There's another Crackling Emergence, though, which is just like a 2-mana 3/3 that kind of takes away a land, which might not be awful. The Dragonfly suit's also not the worst, but between those two, what is it? Oh, is this another flying thing? I guess we actually need that to try and get over stuff. You know, if we attack on our guys flying, that gives us a better chance of actually doing something with our single attacking guy. Scrap Welder. We're not actually in for. So we have the combat trick. We have another Lucky Offering. Another Synthesizer, which could be okay. What's this do? Trample Haste. It's Trample. That might be the word. I actually think if we're gonna do Samurai stuff, the Fury's not the worst. I don't know how many we want to play, though. Clearly not a ton. Another Aki Ronin. Let's do. Oh, it's like a vehicle guy. This just a creature. We probably won't play anything from this pack, but we'll just take that. Because I guess what we're trying to do with this deck is get a little bit of damage in the beginning, and then try and set up a board state where we can do a lot of blocking, and then hopefully use our Befriending of the Moths and our Captain to try and like get over fully. I'm hoping the Captain comes around again, because having 2 of those wouldn't be bad. And our enchantments do kind of die, but we have the Poet here who can kind of get them back. Vigilant as well, so if this is the thing attacking alone, that's not bad. This is amazing. It's like, go forth and show them your fury, but I will not be showing any fury. I will be in the background telling you how awesome I am. Because the whole idea here is like, okay, we Voltron a little bit with like some of our reconfigure things, but also we're like, okay, we need to get evasive somehow. What is this? I mean, that's not the worst. A 1/1. Unless we want like the Lucky Offering. Like, I guess we want the little guys before we want Lucky Offering. Another Lifelink guy. Another Samurai. Another one of these. Another Steal. Well, stealing stuff could win us the game. I don't know if we want 2 of those, though. Those are very expensive. Maybe the Lifelinking thing's just better, and it's an enchantment. I guess also if we have a modified attacking creature, we also have this guy as kind of like a weird win con where you can just create a Dragon Spirit, and I guess you do that a couple of times. Or it could just be a Grizzly, so fine. It's like 1 piece of removal. This is not great. So generally you want like bombs removal, like evasion thing. We don't have a ton of that, but we have stuff. We have things and stuff, and you know, now that the draft is almost over, perhaps I should make the cards bigger so that you guys can see them, but you can tell I do not record this a ton. There's that thing I passed on the first time. This modifies stuff, which is good. It exiles things, and this is just another bounce / modify. I guess this can also modify things and turns into a creature versus the white one that just modifies things and then goes away. This kind of turns all of our stuff into like a big alpha strike. It's like a battle cry, and it can replace itself. We do modify things. We have like a sub-plan of modifying things. Oh, our boy came back. Okay, so we're gonna really go in and have a second one of those. Probably not playing this, but our Ironhoof Boar, you're just in the right colors. I mean, we have a lot of cards, but you can tell quite a bit of it is chaff. We have to go in and kind of bring stuff down, like Scrapyard Steelbreaker. We don't have a ton of artifacts to sacrifice to it to try and give it like a whole bunch of +1/+1. How many takes do we even still have? We have 3. So let's see. Somebody's really holding up. We're not playing any of this, so I'll take the Mountain. Sure, why not? So there's appears to be one person holding up who has like 4. I always wonder how that works in mid-go draft, because I always thought like once you hit the end of your timer, it just forced to pick on you, but inevitably there's always somebody waiting with like 4,000 packs, whereas you need to make relatively swift decisions when you're drafting on mid-go because the timer goes down pretty quick. Versus when you're drafting in person, you know, they always kind of stack them up next to each other. Oh, there's that Lucky Offering I kept talking about. We get it for free. It's a good sideboard card, I guess. It's like a Fragmentize, but better. I think Fragmentize is the same thing, but you don't gain life. What the heck is this? This is something that like the game was trying to like get me to like pick. Okay, so now we need to cut a lot of chaff. But generally our plan here is to attack with Samurais. We'll try and make them as evasive as possible with like Befriending of the Moths and stuff like that. First of all, you get out. I tend to try and get to like 24 cards. I don't think we're boring. I don't think that's where we're at. I don't think we're steel breaking either. This modifies stuff, but like, so when it enters the battlefield, it dies on target creature or vehicle we control. Maybe, but I'll take it out for now. The network terminals, I think at most we only want one of those. A Lucky Offering is a sideboard card. Experimental Synthesizer. So it's like quick card advantage, and I can sacrifice it to make another thing. It's not really like a turn 1 play. Kindled Fury, like a Precision Strike. That's good. Reinforced Ronin. I don't know if Reinforced Ronin is where we want to be, because it just keeps going back to our hand. I guess you can just chuck it. What about the monk? I guess it modifies stuff. That would actually work if we have a modifying idea. The Aki Ronins, those are the ones that are, I don't know. Let's take the Aki Ronins out for now. Crackling Emergence. So here's the thing. I'm pretty sure those creatures count as a modified creature because they have an aura on them. And also, like, if you still get to use it as a land, because if it dies, the land gains indestructible until end of turn. A 3/3 for 2 is not awful. This is also a sideboard card. That's our... Look, folks, it's our one piece of removal. We have one. Not unless you count Explosive Singularity, which I'm using as a finisher. Kami Flare. Okay, so Ogrehead Helm. Whenever Ogrehead Helm or equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice it. If you do, discard your hand and draw 3 cards. And it can reconfigure to be a +2/+2. So it's only okay. Born to Drive. As long as Enchanted Permanent is a creature. We're really not doing that. The life linkers are probably fine, even though they're 2/3s. Here to Subduer. That's probably good because it can tap things down. That's good because it can bring our enchantments back. So this is like a surprise go wide card, because the whole idea of our deck is to attack with single creatures and get all our benefits from all of our samurai. But we can just go ahead and do that. We're going to have modified creatures, and then we can just kind of alpha strike and maybe surprise them. So that's a maybe. 3/2 for 2 for 5 mana can make our samurai bigger. Maybe. Fearless Samurai. This is interesting because they make things lower, so we can attack and then try and do our bigger spells. So we'll probably keep those. I don't think we need the vehicle. The moths I like because they're going to give our things flying. If we're attacking with a single creature, we want to be evasive. This steals something. It also kind of mini. This is a maybe. So like 3 more cards. Explosive Singularity. I realize that's probably not the best for this deck, but it's really cool, and I want to kill someone with it. The 2 captains, the 2 5-drops. I mean, they're big, and it means if we can get an evasive thing by, it'll probably close out the game. So let's go back over again. I think Experimental Synthesizer is an easy cut. Kindled Fury are really removal pieces because we're heavily creatured. This eventually turns into a creature, and it also just does a little bit of incidental damage and modifies creatures. Reinforced Ronin's a maybe. Shimeon is, again, maybe. We need 2. Can I get some sort of details here? Okay. That sorted it by rarity. That's not what I wanted at all. I want to sort by... I can't sort by type. That's kind of... We have plenty of creatures. The looter's probably important so that we don't just draw lands and die, but we do need to cut 2 cards. And this is where I really have trouble in limited. I find it hard to cut things. I guess the Crackling Immersion are fun. And then it's saying 10-6, but only 9 white pips and there's 17 red pips. Probably even fine. I mean, here's the thing about limited too. We can adjust this deck as we go in and get smashed, because you can tell our curve kind of does this. We do have quite a bit of 1-drops, but 3 of them are just kind of combat tricks. 3 of them are actual spells. All 3 of our 2-drops are creatures, with the 4th one, I know math, being removal. And then our 3-drops are, you know, creature, combat trick, creature, ramp/card selection. This is a finisher, this is a finisher. So we have 5 finishers, though. Is that too much? Is that where I'm making my fatal mistake? You know what? I don't know. And I'm just going to go ahead and roll the dice and find out. So join me on this adventure. Let's go ahead and see how we do in a match. See you there. All right, and we got one. Oh, and by I got one, it tricked me. Oh, do we have another one? Come on. As is tradition, we lose the die roll. All right, so we have 2 lands, 2 1-drops, a whole bunch of 3-drops. I mean, sure. If we just find lands, and there are quite a bit of lands in here, we should be fine. I mean, we're gonna get down our little 1/1 quickly. So land. Oof, no, another 3-drop. So we still have 2 more turns to find the 3rd land, and if we do, we'll be playing pretty well. Opponent is Grixis, flying guy. Well, that's already a problem. Land? Not land. Okay, so we're 1 turn away from being unfortunated. Come on, it's a punt. I'm totally punting right now. Yep, sounds good to me. Oh, no. Cancel. This is a combat trick. Target your own creature, Brian. All right, so we got rid of his thing. So if he's an artifact deck, we've made that slightly harder. Also, if we don't draw a land next turn, we're not doing anything anyway, so I don't mind playing a creature. Each opponent discards a card. Sure. I will discard this guy. Make you think we have a lot more enchantments. Now, please deck. Oh, no. Well, actually, they won't have multiples of those. So land, 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 land. Reinforced Ronin. Okay. Not the best. Far from the best. I don't think they'll do much blocking here. And at this point, we're aggro. Nope, they're just going to take it, which is fine. That goes back to my hand, and we really need to find the third land. If we find the third land, we really start to go off. We can get down the Lifelinker, which is probably good. Or we could even get down the Peerless Samurai and start attacking with it. Okay, do you have more ninjutsu? You don't. Okay. Oh no, they have a mythic too. They have a mythic that's better. Oh man, that they can reconfigure next turn? Let's go ahead and get down the Peerless Samurai, which will allow us to do multiple things next turn. I don't know about this attacking alone thing in Limited, especially with a deck that has such little removal. I feel like I made a major mistake, but hey. Each opponent, unless they discard a card. Okay, so I can discard a card, no problem. Get rid of that. All right, now everything just swings, or just that swings. Shh. Oh, it flies. I didn't even know that thing flew. Why wasn't I playing that in my ninja deck? Guys, how come nobody told me that thing flew? So we attack with the Peerless Samurai. There's no way they block. And then we can get down our captain? No way. Absolutely no way. Didn't think so. All right, so now we get this down, and that's going to start pumping things, which is good. I mean, we're doing our plan as well. Yeah, Reinforced Ronin can go away. It did the best it could. What does this turn into? Oh, it turns into a giant creature. Yes, take one. Target creature gets -1. Okay, so, ow. They have a reasonable amount of removal. We just take that because our Peerless Samurai can do things, not get blocked. All right, so this is just going to turn into a thing. This is going to cause all their creatures to get bigger. So I think we attack alone with the Peerless Samurai because they can't block it. And we lose out on 1 damage technically because the other thing wouldn't get blocked or would get blocked. So they're at 11. I mean, we're racing. And now that's going to gain us some life, which is good. That's really all that's there to do is gain some life because they're going to get a big creature now. Wait, I thought this was going to be bigger. Oh, it has to attack to do that. That's actually good. I mean, they might just leave a whole bunch of stuff up on defense, which is fine. Yeah, we don't have a flyer, so that hurts. I didn't realize. I'm really surprised in myself that I didn't realize Thousand Face Shadow. Huh. Well then, we're 2 mana away from Explosive Singularity. So what do we do? If we attack with Peerless Samurai, they have to block with 2 things. But they can block with the Night Reach and the Vanguard and just call it a day. Whereas if we attack with this, they can just block with just the Vanguard and call it a day. So I guess we just keep our land in... no, we got to play out the land in case we draw another one. Okay, so we're at a bit of a standstill. We don't have a lot going on here, but if we can get some creatures on the field, we can Explosive Singularity and hopefully get them. Okay, they got another creature. That finally happened. Okay, well, we do not have a lot of time to try and kill them, which is unfortunate. Yep, nothing we can do. Please don't be a land. Oh no, we're finding all of our land now. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're 1 away. And next turn they can just swing with everything and kill us, I think. I think we're dead. We'll see if they attack though. Because if we draw another land and somehow can like force them to take 1 more damage, we can steal this game. But they should just Alpha Strike, and I think they have it at that point. Oh no, they're just gonna attack with that. Okay. So if they have like a burn spell or something, we're dead. Okay. Now, best we could hope for is a land and that they let a creature through for some unknown reason. We draw the land. Oh no, but if we can't Explosive Singularity and attack at the same time, so they got it by 1. So there's no reason to show them. So we just scoop and go for the next one. Okay, so they have the Oni thing, so destroying up to 1 target artifact's fine. I don't think it's Lucky Offering, though. I think it's just Explosive Entry. What do we take out? I guess we take out the Network Terminal for the Explosive Entry. And we really don't have anything flying, do we? Nor do we have any way of, like, stopping them. All right, well, let's try again. The deck performed a lot better than I thought it was going to, though. It really did. You know, kind of get off to a decent start. So 2 lands again, which is how we died last time, but you know, I'm bad at Magic, so I'm going to keep. Maybe this Ambitious Assault should just not be in the deck. We'll play one of those and just yield through the turn. Next turn, we'll probably open with the Ogrehead Helm. Okay, well, at least they didn't have the Flying Ninja that murdered us. There's our captain, so we'll start with our beater. Now we're where we want to be last time. So if this deck behaves and just gives us like 2-3 more lands and then stops giving us lands, we'll be fine. Little artifact thing. That's an instant, so we can use that to save our guy. So let's try that. We'll attack and we'll see if they take the block, in which case we'll light the way. If not, we'll just play... Oh, nope. So they'll take it. So light the way, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature, take out their thing. Now we have a modified creature, so if it dies, we get a spirit, which is nice. Now we want to draw lands. Discard a card. I think it's actually the captain, because we don't have a ton of samurais going on. Next turn, we can do the assault if we don't draw land. We'll get to draw a card. Golden Disciple. If we attack with Aki Ember Keeper, they'll just block with Virus Beetle. But at least this way we get to draw and maybe find our 4th land, which we kind of need. So we'll just attack. They can kill the thing if they want, but then we'll deal them a whole bunch of damage, yeah. So this will deal them 5 total, and we'll draw a card. Ooh, we draw a mountain. Perfect. No, I do not wish to sacrifice it, but maybe that'll be helpful. I mean, we've kept their board clear, and next turn, we'll be able to fly with a 4/4. I mean, if they kill the Ogrehead Helm, we're kind of SOL, but... Oh, no, okay. Do they have anything else, or they gotta wait? Okay, they're gonna wait. So we found a land, which is fine. Make them think maybe I have another one of those. We'll play this because it'll make my guy bigger, unless they counterspell. Nope, okay. So our guy gets a little bit bigger temporarily and flies, which is good. So go Ogrehead Helm. Okay, do I wish to sacrifice it? Nope. I wish to just keep using it as a beater. The Befriending of the Moth's kind of working. And what's hilarious here, too, is right about now, if that was one of our samurais that, if it attacked alone, would get a benefit, we'd be getting benefits. Because we've somehow kept the way clear. But we're doing it with just, like, this grizzly bear. You know? When you could have won with, like, a Falcon Wrath Reaver. That really shows... You know, I mean, I guess the Samurai deck kind of came together. Unless, you know, they have 5 cards in hand. They could just go off. Because if they just play, like, a blocker for flying, then I suppose Ogrehead Helm doesn't do a ton. Oh, hey, look, a blocker. And it's going to be a 3/3. How nice. They get to double block now. Oh, no. Okay. Now the lands are kind of unfortunate. How much is it to equip? Reconfigure 3. Okay. So if I play the mountain, I go 1, 2, 3, and I play this. Can I reconfigure this guy? I mean, this creature doesn't fly, right? Like the equipment flies. So how does this work? Is the Golden-tailed Disciple fly? Oh, well, it doesn't have haste anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. But it's a 4/5 lifelinker, which will be good. Because the next turn we also get a 2/4 flyer, which should stop some bleeding. And we'll just keep going in with the 4/5 lifelinker as well. Because they can kill the lifelinker, we'll take out a creature, and then we'll have a moth to put on it. Ugh, their sagas are better than mine. So what I've learned is my deck runs out of steam pretty quick. Like, it has one plan, it's very Boros, and then it kind of runs out of plan. Fearless Samurai. So we have the Imperial Moth. If we attack with this, what's the block? We got to block with multiple things, so we'll get to choose what we kill, and we could probably kill 2 things? Well, no, if they block that, we only get to kill 1 thing. But that's fine, because we're going to play Peerless Samurai anyway. So play this, take a swing. All right, so we want to kill the flyer first. So that's fine. We gain some life, and then bibbity, bobbity, boobity, Peerless Samurai. Then we turn our flyer bigger. And now we have a 4/6 flyer, which is probably where we want to be. I mean, if we could find our other Asari captain, we're in pretty good shape. I do not like the fact that they have 4 cards and we have none, though. That is not what I wish reality to be right now, but it is what it is. Oh, no. Bye, Peerless Samurai. That's really bad. Now we have to keep whatever's in our hand. I guess we could play it. 6 of 1, half dozen of... well, no, because if they have removal, they can kill our stupid moth anyway. First things first, let's attack with the moth. Because I will absolutely chuck the poet into the bin. Okay, no, they just let that die. So now we do this because it's going to have to die anyway. So that's fine. I mean, we got him on a pretty quick clock. Oh, no. Well, we've learned something today. We still have an Ogre Helm Duder, though. So we have a 3/3. Gonna turn that into a treasure? Sure. Like that. If they have a way to deal an extra damage, you know. We were sitting here doing nothing anyway. Sure. I mean, if we can find a way to modify him, that's pretty cool. I mean, we're at 23, so we could take a pretty big hit. So if we modify him and then attack, we can create a... nope, they have removal. They have actual removal. Yeah, so they just sat there with their hand full for so long, and we sat here with nothing, so we're probably dead. No, that's fine. There's not even much we could draw. That certainly isn't it. Well, we have some life, so we'll go ahead and yield for the time being. So why are they making... You would think they would make a copy of this, because it could get so big. But, I mean, if they're just ramping, they can ramp. Okay, so the deck clearly has some power. Clearly it was put together by an idiot, but... yeah, that ain't gonna do it. Okay, so that's a quick 0-2. But again, for first time drafting this, I don't feel bad about that particular start. But hey, we got 2 more. Let's see if we can salvage any of this. See you guys in a second. All right. And we lose the die roll, as is tradition here at the Dorkator YouTube channel. Lands, creatures, stuff, things. Cool. Keep. One thing, do nothing. Cool. Beware our tiny monkey. Not quite as good as the other monkey in Magic, but... You know, this is also a monkey, although it's not a 2/1. Nor does it have dash. Nor does it make treasure. The 1/3, that's neat. Is this a mirror match? That'd be funny. Well, we really don't have much going on, so we can go ahead and just pop this up, deal some damage. And next turn, our Peerless Samurai comes down with a +1/+1 counter. Yes, this is a mirror match. Now I have no excuse of losing because my opponent is playing with just as many bad cards. Did they not draw and discard? If they chose not to loot, they must really like their hand. Neat. Alright, so we'll play our Peerless Samurai, which will be biggened, or embiggened, for being technical, and then we start playing Befriending the Moths, which will give it flying, and we'll start chipping in for damage. But our opponent chose not to loot, so I'm sure they have something nice, especially since they have... Ugh, that's not good at all. So they just have our exact deck, and they're just going to... Yeah, they're going to go to the zoo here. They're going to show us exactly what it's like to have the better start. That's fine. So we got a guy. If we play the Plains, so if we tack alone with Peerless Samurai, they can just block with everything, but then we can Kindled Fury and Befriending. Oh, but the Kindled Fury is going to be the one that costs 1 less. And even if we do that, we only get to kill... No, we do get to kill 2 things at that point. So why don't we try that? We should have put the Simian Sling on it, but it's fine. See how they block. If they don't block, that'd be great. Then we get to Captain. But if they block with everything, then that's the best outcome. Because then we get to get rid of their 2 good creatures. Oh no, they didn't at all. Okay, so we get to Captain then. That's great. All right, so we have our big thing, and we get to make it get flying next turn. Wow, they drafted the same deck. We can just have our Shimeon, though, chump whatever they attack with. Man, what kind of world is it where I'm playing limited and I'm still in a mirror match? Why are they tapping down that? Yeah, I'll just get rid of my little equipment. It's fine. Because our big Captain thing is going to fly over their head. Just chunk them. So we get to play a mountain. To go 1, 2, 3, 4. Play Befriending the Moths. Make our guy have flying, which is important. And dome him for 7, which seems like a good amount. And now if they keep attacking alone, we might even be able to Kindled Fury them. To any target. Well, there goes... Okay, so they're just going to get to deal us 1,000,000 damage. Are we dead? 4, 7, 10, 11. Oh, no, they're just going to do that. So 4, 5, 6, deal us 7? Or deal us 8. So we kind of need to draw a creature, huh? We do another mountain. That's awful. Because 3, 6, 4, 10, 12, 13. Huh. What do we do? Because we can really only deal 5, 6, 7, 8. We're 1 away. And then next turn we have to chump with something. They can tap 1 thing down. I think we do this. I don't think we do anything though. Because, yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dang it, we're off by 1 again. That's the 2nd time tonight. Huh. What are we doing? I mean, I guess we hope they just attack alone and that our Kindled Fury can take out whatever they attack with. But if they just swing out, we're a little dead, I think. Or if they can remove one of our creatures, we're just dead. Yeah, we're just dead. Okay, well, they had the better start. Huh. Against a mirror match, huh. Guess we can take out the network terminal. We never draw it anyway. Stealing one of their creatures might be good. A lot of mana, but it might be good. Yeah, I think that's about where we're at. Yes, so I'd love to play first. All right, this has lands and stuff. Keep. It's not very fast, but their deck wasn't super fast either. And hopefully we don't just draw lands and die. Opponent is saying he's 2-0 right now and going up for me for the 3-0. I don't think we're gonna win, guys. But apparently this is a legitimate deck. You just need a lot more removal. More lands are bad. I guess the next thing we do is play Peerless. Just try and start getting discounts. Oh, it's a shrine. Cool. Well, we don't have removal, so that's a thing. More lands. That's fun. There's no reason not to do this. So we'll Moth now and just get in an extra damage. The next turn we can Bronze Plate Boar and Norica at the same turn with the Peerless Samurai buff. Okay, I see the piece we're missing. That's really bad. That's awful, actually. Oh, man. You have no way of killing that thing, and it's going to take 1,000,000 extra turns, which is unfortunate, but it is the world we live in. Go ahead and just beat over the top because we can. Get a slight discount. That thing has first strike, too. Well, no particular reason to get fancy. Essentially, I guess it just has double strike, essentially. Oh, no. That's so brutal. So we're trying to draw, like, our piece of removal, or we're just dead. And it has first strike. I think this time we try and kill it. Oh, no, we can't, because it has first strike. Dohoi. Yeah, no, that just chunks us for roughly 1 million. So it's either we find our piece of removal, or we just die. And we find Bupkiss. We can force them to get rid of the shrine if we attack with Peerless Samurai. We don't have any modified creatures. We're not going to get to redraw our thing. Guess we attack with Peerless. You know, we don't have enchantments at the moment. But... oh, are they not blocking? Fascinating. Well then, chump blocker, ahoy. So now we're seriously just in chump blocking land. Boogity, is that? Is this the tappy guy? It gets it menace. Well, that's fine. We have things that can chump. Man, guy just got quite the deck going on. Well, block the things that are not that important. We just have to chump all the way down. Man, apparently you just need that Storm's End guy, and you just get to go to the zoo. But yeah, it would appear we drafted a worse version of his deck. Who could have guessed? Yeah, that's just the game. Oh well. So it turns out the Samurai deck is a deck. I'm just bad at drafting it. We're now officially in the beer leagues. Let's see if we can get a single win, or if this recording might never see the light of day. We'll see how I feel about it. All right, guys, catch you for the final. All right, we have our final match against Milliman. I feel like I played against Milliman before. Fun fact, it's like 9 o'clock on a Friday in Sydney when I'm recording this. And yeah, I feel like you go up against the same people a lot. This is missing a 2-drop, but it has everything else. As everyone in the comment section goes wild that I'm keeping an awful hand and that the deck's good, I'm just bad, which could be true if we're being honest. I really feel like we've played Milliman before. We won the die roll, by the way. Our opponent has mulled to 5. They're probably smarter than us, though. But we have a monkey. And if you have a 1-drop monkey in Magic, you just win, right? That's just how this works. Opponent has a forest. All right, but he doesn't have a monkey. So that's cool. We'll hit you. And the next turn, we can put down some creatures and start going to town. I mean, if we draw one more land, that wouldn't even be bad. Don't play anything. Aw. It's a 3-3. Cool 3-3. So we'll go ahead and play the Peerless because it has evasion. And should help us get down Befriending the Moths if it comes to it. Interesting. Gains lifelink. Ugh, that's so brutal. Well, I guess you get to gain 2 life, which is not what I want, but it's what's going to happen. We didn't draw the land, and they have lifelink. So we're going to attack with Peerless Samurai. Put him back down. And then for 2 mana, we'll play the Imperial Subduer. Actually, no, we'll play the Bronze Plate Boar, because that's actually less important. Because we can block and then Kindled Fury. And then if they want to trade their Selfless Samurai for a Bronze Plate Boar, that doesn't seem like a bad trade. So we'll block like this. Okay, so they're game to trade, but this isn't a trade. This is a, do you want to... oh no, they're just going to let it go. Interesting. I guess the Selfless Samurai is more important. Thermal Network. If we attack with the Peerless Samurai, we can light the way, but then we lose our Peerless Samurai buff. Actually, reconfigure onto him. Oh no, we tapped wrong! Brian, why? Brian, you actually had something there. Okay, well, I punted. So now we just attack with Bronze Plate Bear. That's fine, that's a fair trade. Alright, cool. Okay, so they have their own moth thing, so they're gonna attack and gain 3, which is kind of annoying, but we're gonna start dealing them some damage, which is fine. And we have a plains. So, we attack with the Peerless Samurai, deal some damage. We get a discount on our next spell, which should be the Thermal, and then we can play out the Subduer. Because I only get to give that thing flying for one more turn, and then we're gonna start giving our stuff flying. Got another one of those. That's fine. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Running the moths. On to, I guess, the Imperial Subduer. Just swing in. We have a light the way if they try and get fancy with their attacks or blocks or what have you. Because they don't have flying anymore. They just have a flyer, which is not a samurai or a warrior. It's just an insect, I think. Yeah. We have to break the symmetry for one more turn, so we'll go ahead and put that on Subduer again. Play the mountain. Attack with the Subduer, which allows us to tap their flyer. Next turn, though, things start to get complicated. We do have ways of tapping Network Terminal and this Shimmyin dude to, like, pitch a land if that's what we get. Ugh, this is just a 2-3. Actually, that's interesting. So if we play Poet. Oh, it doesn't die, it turns into a creature. Ha 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 ha. How fun. We attack with this. We get to tap down one of their things, which will be the Junkie Trainee. Now we still have Light the Way to kind of tip the scales in our favor. Nothing there, nothing there. Tap this guy down. We don't have any enchantments, but they somehow kill Imperial Moth. That's actually great for us now. Doesn't really matter, because we're going to kill them both. And, oh yeah, that's annoying. So we end up killing nothing, and they just all bounce off each other. Another lifelinker, that's not great. All right. Yeah, lifelinker's fine. I mean, we're just building battleships at this point. We're trying to find our other moth card or our samurai guy to essentially turn one of our creatures into the abyss and take down all their things. Or if we could somehow get our moth killed, we could then attack and replay it. We're putting it on that guy, the lifelinky guy, and not the moth, which is interesting. All right, well, you get to then do us a favor. Discard that. And would you look at that? So, next turn, we get to do fun things. We actually have to move the monkey, don't we? The next turn, we attack with the Imperial Moth, and we make a Goro Goro token. Well, we're both kind of blowing our load here. They're going to have 1,000,000 samurai tokens, but we're going to have 5/5 flying dragons. So, don't know what's better, but I'm hoping it's the 5/5 flying dragons and not 3 2/2s, but they are really going wide on us. And we're only at 10. Reinforced Ronin. Don't think we do anything with that right now. So we just attack with the Imperial Moth. Do this. I mean, we're just going to start pooping so many dragon spirits on the field that I'm hoping quickly enough this becomes fine. I guess we can toss the Reinforced Ronin. What's our opponent doing? Something big and I don't like it. It's not good. Something's gaining vigilance. Okay, so we pitch the Ronin, the land. Don't think we can actually do that because we're going with Spirit Dragons. But we do kind of need him. So we'll play that. And then attack with the Imperial Moth and the Dragon. Make another token. I mean, Goro Goro seems to be doing work. So he's going to have to try an Alpha Strike next turn. I guess we move the monkey to the lifelinker. We just try and live. Because 3 are going to get through. Actually, 4 can get through just regardless. Actually, no, we have a flying blocker. They have a lifelinker. Okay, well, the lifelinker gets to die. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so move to block. How do we want to do this? So choose blockers. We have 10 life. We really don't need much. So this can kill that. This can kill that. This can kill... That can get bigger. This can kill that. But that'll probably sacrifice itself, so maybe not. This can trade with that. This can block that. This can block that. It's 2, 4, 6, 9. That's probably a little too close for comfort. I think we do have to let Goro Goro die, which is unfortunate. So block that, and then that's 2, 4, 7, which is probably safer. We also gain some life back from Golden Tail Disciple unless they kill it somehow. Looks like our opponent is trying to figure out what they do with something, because I feel like they must have tricks if they're taking this long. Luckily for you guys at home, I edit out the parts of just dead silence. But you can keep track of the counters on screen. All right. So they gave the life linking thing indestructible, which is fine. They're still dead to my math, though. I mean, is there such a thing as a fog? So if we re-equip this to that and just swing and then roar, that should do it. I think that got him. All right. So Goro Goro, our one of rarity, gets us in the end. So what are we doing here? I mean, the deck was fine. I don't know if we need 2 Asari captains. Like, what do we put in? Not like there's a better card. I think we just run it back and see if we can, steal this last one. All right. Poopy hand, mull. Good hand, keep. Get rid of the captain. Opponent gets to go first, so we'll see what they do. Well, it's gonna be a while for us to do anything. Well, do anything of note. We're gonna play a Goblin Piker next term, and then just get our probably our life linkers down. Yeah, it's fuck Samurai. Sure. Look at me. I'm a Goblin Piker. They shouldn't attack. Nope. Okay. Now we get to set up. So bibbity bobbity boobity, Samurai, and pass. This way we can get down 2 things next turn. Oh wow, did they have no? That's amazing. All right, so we get to attack with our Peerless Samurai, which has Menace, so it just gets to get through. And then we get to cast a Disciple and a Helm. So our board is just really cranking out faster than theirs. And now we just start alpha swinging. Unless they suddenly poop out 3 2/2 Samurais, which, they've done. That's still fine. They attack, we'll still snap that block off. Didn't think so. All right, so play the mountain, reconfigure to this guy, and swing. No, this is just working better as a 2/2 buffing card. And we have more lifelinkers, so yeah, seems good to me. Their lifelinking guy is gonna get very big though. They're gonna have a 4/4 lifelinker, which is unfortunate. And their thing next turn is a warrior. Vigilance haste. It has haste? Oh no. And a cracker. Befriending the Moths. That thing's gonna come down and be a 5/5 lifelinker. This is how much? It's 3 to reconfigure. We really don't want to get hit for 5. We really want to try, but they can just Selfless Samurai. That's so brutal. Because, we can Befriending the Moth and deal them 5. Guess that's really all we're up to. Do we just do a Golden Tail Disciple? Oh no, that has flying. We have to do this. I actually think if they attack with just the 5/5, that's probably the best we can ask for. In all seriousness, that might be the most we can help. No, we need that thing. So this is a major thing. I mean, it almost even looks like he should just attack with all 3 creatures. Oh no. If he puts it on the green thing, he's just attacking with the green thing. If he puts it on, please don't tell me. Actually, why didn't he put it on the flyer? The flyer could have just hit without any sort of issue going on. So we have to trade all 3 of our things to kill that, but we kind of have to. Already back up to 15. That's so brutal. Selfless Samurai is such a good card. Okay, that'll do something. And I went straight to combat like an idiot, like a big dumb idiot. Oh wow, and I didn't attack either. So I am so bad at Magic the Gathering. Oh man, that's what I get for playing this at the end of the week. So I think I just punted the game away for the 4 of you that are still watching. Because now, yeah, that thing just gets to attack and gain all the life. And next turn, our Peerless Samurai doesn't even yeah, Selfless Samurai is such a good card. Oh man, that thing is getting swole. And it has reach and vigilance and just and a bag of chips. It's just so much. All right, so this doesn't fly this turn. It just makes a thing. We can, however, force some damage through by playing the Subduer. Just swinging with Peerless Samurai. Tap that down. Cool. Unfortunately, their things have lifelinks and our things don't. God, I still don't think I sacrifice. I mean, we're dealing so much damage a turn. We're just not kind of closing the gap. Nope, just hit us. Mountain does us literally no favors. So I think we're at the point where we have to let our Peerless Samurai go. So we Fury this now, because we really need to Hail Mary something. And we just strike in with this. Tap down, whatever. And we do sacrifice the Peerless Samurai to draw 3 cards. 3 mountains! You know what? If that's how this ends, that's how this ends. Oh man, that's awful. We did so much damage that game, but they had so much lifelink. So it looks like all the way at the end, we'll be trying to kind of keep ourselves alive. Many faces. This does nothing, doesn't it? Yeah. We're just dead. Well, because we don't have much time left, we'll go to the last one here. Like, we don't have any more removal or like anything. I guess we could try and steal stuff. We bring this in. Take what out there? Take the network terminal out. Try and steal their stuff. That might be good. All right. Slow hand is slow. Mulligan. 2-lander hand is bad, but I gotta keep. I'll put him back, and we'll try. I've had people try and tell me that Reinforced Ronin is better than Goblin Guide. I don't think so. I think the fact that next turn, like, we'd have to spend our mana to replay him is worse than potentially giving our opponent an extra land. Yeah, because see, like, I mean, I guess I'm not doing anything with my lands anyway, but yeah, he's just a really bad shock. Okay, well now Reinforced Ronin does tiddly. Land? Okay. Let's go with Subduer. That sounds about right. They attack, we just let them hit us. Yeah, that's fine. You can deal us 2 damage. That's kind of annoying. That's an annoying little thing. So his things are gonna get +1/+1 counters, but we are still kind of staying on the aggro. Oh, I guess we don't have to. I guess I can attack, force it to tap down. I mean, I would actually prefer if they block. I don't like that thing, and we'll just play a Disciple. And if they want to deal us 2 again, they can deal us 2 again. And you can deal us 2, I don't care. If we draw a land, that would be best. That is not a land. That is not a land at all. In fact, we have way too much white mana right now. Boy, I wish Reinforced Ronin was still on the field. I mean, I guess I can just play this little guy, configure him to be part of the Golden Tail Disciple, and just start gating life. I mean, it's not a samurai or a warrior, so Imperial Subduer doesn't trigger, but at least we have a blocker for Coiling Stalker if that's what they want to do. Oh, they made a Llanowar Elf. I mean, they're missing a color, which I'm hoping is what there's in their hand. No worries, mate. I will block that. 4-drop. Is it the big dumb thing? Oh, no. Okay. That's fine. Wrong land. wrong land. Then one of these. Boy, I wish we had another mountain. Boy, I wish Reinforced Ronin was still on the field. Boy, I wish we could get out from under this game before our opponent drew out of it. Oh, no. Remember that day? No. No, for so many reasons. Oh, man. That I can't even cast. I think we actually go wide at this point. Roar. So we get to draw a card. Why do you want to make... Why would you give up Samurai for that? Unless their hand is just awesome. They have more. Oh, we found a mountain. Okay, cool. So next turn, we do get to deal a bit of damage, unless they just keep playing giant things. Oh, no. That's not what we want to see at all when we have 4 minutes on the clock. Oh, man. We are so screwed. We have 33 life. We can't find our way out of this. Sure. Just rawr. Start killing my creatures. I don't care. Cool. Next turn, we have Ronin to try and get in there. Lifelinker. Bad. They sat there and played nothing, and we couldn't win the game. That's hilarious. We are so bad at this. That's interesting, but not great. Punt or bluff. Punt or bluff. I'm okay with that. Like an Ogre Head Helm and light the way it. Oh my god. We are so dead. Yeah, no, just hit us. Screw me up, big guy. If we had more time, maybe we could get more creative with this, but I feel like right now we're just swinging for fences. Equipment on equipment on equipment. Sure. All right, what do you got? How did they snowball so well? How did we get so just... Like, and the worst part is we might even not die to damage. We might even just die to running out of time. Now it's a 5/5? Oh, we just take damage. Why does everything have vigilance? Mountain ain't gonna do it, bro. Okay, you'll do the turn. This sucks. I guess we block and we light the way, picking up the Ogre Head Helm back to our hand. Okay, so we've learned something about how bad at Limited I am. Either that or the people who still play Limited on Magic Online are just so much better. All right, so go to blocks. Block that. Sure. It gets bigger. I get bigger. That ain't gonna do it. Don't know how I get out of this. I just know that I don't. Oh man. We had such an opening too. That's the kind of games that are the most brutal when you play Magic, when you had the opening and it just doesn't happen. All right, well, we have to block things now. So you are actually irrelevant. You blocked there, and I guess you aren't great either. You blocked there. What now? What do you got, big guy? Oh, okay, they're just pumping. Fine, whatever. So much lifelink. You know, we'll do it for giggles, but we're really dead. So we'll steal that. If we could have gotten the Ogre Helm onto their thing, we could have sacrificed their creature. That would have been nice, but no. Now we just die. Okay, so I am bad at Limited. I don't know how often I'm gonna do that. That was brutal. I mean, we got one card that was worth something, the big Dome card, but man, that was just a summary beating. Let's block that one. Why is the Living Legacy not legendary? That feels like it should be legendary. Okay, well, so that was a summary beating in Limited, thus showing you that Limited and Constructed are completely different. I always consider myself a halfway decent Constructed player. Limited, not my thing. Very clear to see here. It was nice to try it. I think it's a mix of the fact of when I record, how bad I am, and the fact that I'm playing on Mitgo and not Arena as to why the opponents are such high quality. I'm getting destroyed. Not that I'm just a complete scrub and I got wasted, but thank you very much if you made it to the end of the video. Don't know how much Limited I'll do, but it was fun to do something different. I think next week we'll go back to our regularly scheduled programming, but whoo boy. Can't wait to see this video get 50 views and then have no one else care. Thanks you guys for coming by. Drop a comment if you made it to the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next week with something else.